Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I want to appreciate you so much because of your great support. Now, today, I've been very keen when it comes to the story of Raila Odinga's town hall, when it comes to the expert that came out illustrating on how Raila's vote was deducted and added to William Ruto's side. And again, as this was happening, Kanchory, who was the chief agent of Raila Odinga in the past general election, has been trending almost all the day towards his book, Baba the Fifth. And as I was just gathering at least my information, I have realized two things. Number one, it is so painful for a common and simple mwananchi to come out and vote. At the end of the result, then the expectation is not what translates from the votes. Number two, what has come out to transpire towards the story of Kanchory and the story of the expert analyzing on how William Ruto's team rigged election, it was a very clear indication. I want to say two things. One, Raila Odinga's team must come out to forget about the presidency once and for all. Number two, they must embark towards the IEBC issues. Then number two, they must address this issue of loyalty towards the political parties across the Republic of Kenya. If they will forget addressing the crucial issues in IEBC, then there's a possibility of Raila Odinga's team again being victimized. And this is how they're going to be victimized. When you listen to Kanchory, who was the chief agent of Azimio, you will realize that he is coming out to recognize that Raila Odinga won election, free and fair. But Raila Odinga left it for William Samoei Ruto. And that is why, when you look at the Kenya Kwanza government, they are bragging because they succeeded towards their rogue plan of rigging election. Then now they are planning another rogue plan towards rigging election of 2027. And that is why I told you, as we speak now, William Ruto is not so concerned with the economy. Take it to the bank. If anyone is waiting for William Ruto to change any course across the Republic of Kenya, then you are daydreaming. Because he's a man that has kicked off his campaign of 2027. And that is why when Raila Odinga is talking about high cost of living, he is not so concerned. When Raila Odinga is talking about the loyalties of political parties, he is not concerned. But when Raila Odinga is talking about IEBC, William Ruto is feeling like he is having an injury that has been added a salt. Is feeling so ignite towards the issue of IEBC. So William Ruto does not want Raila Odinga's team to talk about the IEBC. They just want Raila Odinga to talk about the high cost of living, the issues of subsidies, the issues of loyalty when it comes to the political parties. And that is why when you look at whatever Kanchory has come out to address, is that the plan was well scripted with above result that was to ensure that William Ruto was the president. And this team was surrounding William Ruto. I've heard Saitabao Kanchory saying that those who messed Raila Odinga was the brother to Uhuru Kenyatta Mhoho and the so-called Karanja Kibicho, and also a person called the Musheru, the ICT cabinet minister. And it is a very clear indication, ladies and gentlemen, towards whatever we are going to discuss. If truly Raila Odinga will not discuss about the issue of 2027, even if he will not vie, if he will not talk about the issue of IEBC, even if he will not vie or he will support someone, then take it to the bank. These people are already planning on how they're going to victimize the Azimio team. And by victimizing Azimio team, they have also understood one thing, is that they are so low and lazy towards addressing a very serious issue of IEBC. And they are easy to be manipulated and confused. And that is why, when you look at William Ruto's side, they are very keen on how to interact with Raila Odinga's statement towards IEBC, but they concentrate towards the issue of the high cost of living, the issue of subsidy, the issue of handshake. But when you look at the issue of IEBC, the Kenya Kwanza does not want Raila Odinga to touch that side, because they know if Raila Odinga is going to push the IEBC tightly to the corner, then there is a possibility of them either being a first-term government ever in the history of the Republic of Kenya. So when I look at this drama, this side of Saitabao and this side of Raila Odinga's Azimio, bringing an expert today in town hall, I've watched very keenly. This what happened. These people rigged Raila Odinga, and Saitabao Kanchory has come out to connect with the truth that was revealed today. That truly, even though Raila Odinga and Martha Karua should forget about the presidency, these people rigged their election. And today, Raila Odinga could have been the president of the Republic of Kenya. But because of the mistakes that I have watched and learned and read towards the book of Saitabao Kanchory, I've realized one, Raila Odinga's agent never came out on board. Because even Saitabao Kanchory came out saying that immediate during the morning, when the vote had already started, he came out calling some agents. They came out answering Saitabao Kanchory that, look, we are not agents. You can call Musheru and Karanja Kibicho. So there was a certain wrangle between Kibicho and Joe Musheru. So we are being told there was a might fight between them who was going to be superior. For them, they already judged that Raila Odinga was the president. Even you could see whatever they were doing in KICC. Hata walisha kuweka carpet ya red. As Raila Odinga's team was busy kuweka na carpet ya red KICC, the UDA brigade and Kenya Kwanza, they were busy rigging election. And immediately, they finalized rigging election. Now they prepared their podium. And that is why Raila Odinga's podium was prepared earlier, as the Kenya Kwanza brigade were busy rigging. Then Raila Odinga on this side, they were not having even agents to come out to actualize the result. Despite of them having tally the result, and some of the part of the evening, I saw some so-called agents of Raila Odinga coming out to celebrate, saying that Raila Odinga had won election. But the heavyweight was towards Wafula Chebukati. Because what happened, Wafula Chebukati understood it very well. William Ruto also understood it very well. So it was a very clear plan, well scripted, with a final result to tame Raila Amolo Odinga. And this, they came out successfully doing it after Wafula Chebukati was seriously and fully captured. When you look at the IEBC 4, they were having an evidence to stop Wafula Chebukati announcing the result. But because at that time, they were also so confused, they were not even having well laid ground on how they were going to hit hard Wafula Chebukati. What we had was an error of 0.1, 0.01. Hiyo ndio error Wafula Chebukati alimake. But because of the confusion, ilishamekiwa with 4 IEBC commissioners, which according to me, walikuwa right because they complained it right. Because Wafula Chebukati had already been captured and he was knowing whatever was happening. So as the server was being manipulated, now the result was not the same. Because as the result was streaming into the server, then some other were being manipulated. And that is why today I was very keen. I realized that when you look at the documents that was in JPEG form and PDF form, you could see that after the manipulation, the weight and even the capacity of the documents were varying. And that is why when Kanchory came out saying that Raila Odinga won election clean and fair in his book, but he left it to William Samoei Ruto to do whatever he wanted. And that is what William Ruto did. And by doing that, William Ruto aliamuka saa 11 akaenda kavote, kukuja kukaa kurelax, kumpanga kuiba kura, and they did it. So even if muruke, kichwa ikanyage chini, mguu iangalie juu, Azimio must come out to forget the presidency. Number 2, they must come out to actualize and talk about the issues of IEBC. Raila asisahau, let him not divert his attention towards the real issues that affecting IEBC. He came out saying that now, because of this issue of IEBC nationally, let us devolve this issue of IEBC. Wacha tukue na IEBC ya Nairobi County. Issue ikikuwa, wacha IEBC wa Nairobi waanza. So this was something that was centralized about IEBC. Raila Odinga must come out to pass it. And by passing it, he must actualize these issues. Or else, hii watu wanaenda kuvictimize them again. Hata kama Raila Odinga atasimama atasupport mwingine. Sumesikia William Ruto is saying what? He's saying that they like it or they don't like it. He's going to carry the day again in 2027. So these issues that people are raising, I think Raila Odinga should come out to sit down and outline these issues in his paper. Or else, this is going to affect them once and for all. It is easier to make William Ruto to be first-term president ever. And William Ruto might come out right in history to be the first-term government. Then some people took over. By that, they must also have understand themselves. And by understanding themselves, they must rearrange their things. Not the same people at the same time. They must rearrange. They must come out also to actualize the issue of IEBC, the issue of agents, the issue of their houses, then the issue of party loyalties. Because William Ruto anadharau Azimio. Hata mtashinda next time, mtanunua ma MPs wengi. And that is why some members of parliament wako na kiburi. Wanajua kwamba tutarudi tunyenyekee, tuchaguliwe na tena tufanye vile tunafanya. And again, finally, as I finalized, I think it is high time that Raila Odinga not to beg some leaders. As long as he is having people, and because of the influence of him as ODM leader and also as Mio, make some people to be elected wenye wako na kiburi sasa, it is possible for Raila Odinga to whip them. Wacha wafagiliwe wote. Watu warudi by election. Utujuange Jalango ni member of parliament of Lang'ata with UDA. Tujue Tom Ojienda of Kisumu, senator, ako Senator Kisumu na UDA. It will be better. Towards dealing with people who are lukewarms, it will be so difficult. So the issue of site about Kanchory and the issue that was analyzed at Town Hall, it is a very clear indication that Raila Odinga won election, free and fair. What are your thoughts? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, I want to appreciate you so much because of great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing this video. Bye bye till we meet on another video.